Greetings, everyone. Family of Light, Soul Tribe, Janine Palmer here to talk to you guys today a little bit about the Holy Spirit. And just briefly, these are bits and pieces of information that I've learned as I've studied early Christianity, biblical scholars, things like that. Some biblical scholars that are good to study are Bart Ehrman, Marcus Borg, and I'm going to share something from another one right now in a minute. To talk just briefly about the Holy Spirit, because if you were taught something and believed it, but it was incorrect, would you want to know the true meaning of something? Would you prefer to know that so that you can make your own decision of what it means to you? And the whole thing is, it doesn't need to change your connection with your Creator, Christ, your spirituality, whatever. The purpose for this is for balance, okay? Because there's been a gross lack of it for millennia. Okay, so this scholar is Brent Landau, and I wrote a book by him called Revelation of the Magi, which is very interesting. He was discussing the ancient languages, okay, are much different to English, and they had feminine and masculine nouns. So the scholars will go back to the earliest texts that we have, okay, and they'll know how old it is by the way it was written. In other words, what words were being used at the time, okay? And this is the example that I want to give regarding the Holy Spirit. So he says, in the ancient languages in which early Christian scriptures were written, nouns can be either masculine or feminine. So, for example, this text that he was translating was in the Syriac language. That was the writers of the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th centuries considered. Here, they wrote and referred to the Holy Spirit at that time in the feminine. Okay, these are the early scriptures. And when and why did that change? Okay, starting in the 5th century, under the influence of the Greek Christian thinking, okay, patriarchal, they began to treat the Holy Spirit as a masculine noun, so they changed it from the original. Hello, that's the reason I do these videos, okay? Do most people take the time to dig deep and find out more and be a seeker, like Christ said? I don't know. This is to spark interest. It's to gain knowledge, but again, it doesn't need to threaten or change your connection with your beloved Creator, Christ, whatever you believe. Okay, so the church and or modern Christian thinking and teaching, which is masculine oriented, okay, changed the acknowledgement from feminine to masculine hundreds of years ago. Okay, so it's about balance, because there used to be a balance. Okay, so we're created in the image of God. We have male and female hormones. Okay, so when you study the true and deeper meaning of God, which can't be put into words, God is masculine, feminine. Okay, so look at our history over hundreds and hundreds of years in the abominable, horrific treatment of humans. Okay, women too, because of imbalance, because of certain groups wanting control, whether it be male-run organized religion, whatever. Okay, that's up to you to determine. So this is just for you to have an awareness that the Holy Spirit originally in Christian scriptures was referred to in the feminine, and man came in and changed that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later, about how things about Islam were changed by man. Okay, so food for thought. So the Holy Spirit will work through you, with you, and through you. So if you want to get closer to your Creator and become more spiritual, find deeper meaning of life, why you're here, what your purpose is, and you're open to it, the Holy Spirit will work with you and through you. Okay, so remember, it's all about balance. Knowledge is power. And Our wisdom comes from experience. So, being open minded and open hearted, being open to the wonder of the mystery rather than being closed in belief. Peace and blessings, Light Tribe.